Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Hope all of you are doing well. So, in the past couple of weeks, every Sunday, Bitcoin was having a pump, and on Tuesday, we were having the dump, and it has been happening in the last couple of like 6 weeks at least. Now, today, it didn't happen. So it's quite possible we are getting over this usual pump and dump scenario of manipulation. Bitcoin has reached almost its local bottom. We had this local top here, which we did expect, and I talked to you right at that day that this is the local top, and even before that, and here. Now we are at this point of demand, which you can see we're reaching, and we have been tracking this the entire time since around here. So this is one of the probabilities. The reason I'm again saying it because every time there are new people in our videos. So for the beginners, don't worry, I'm going to explain this in a bit for you. So we have a trend line that Bitcoin has been following for quite some time. Now it became very much predictable. The first time it fell back to this line and reclaimed, that wasn't over because this wick needed to be filled, and it happened again and again, like three more times. But we weren't able to go above 116,000. So a bullish trend is when we keep breaking the resistances and making a new highs before breaking the all-time high. That was supposed to happen, but as you can see, it couldn't happen, and we kept making lower highs in this sense. So here was the higher high that we had. Here we had a lower high, again a lower high, then again here a lower high, then it was broken. This here again we had another local high, lower high, which kept leading to these lower lows. If you see now, we are at this low. How would how can we find if this is actually the low? We need to go and check US dollar before we can actually make any uh, decision on what is going to happen in the market. Usually, if you come and see in crypto, a lot of people give up at this point. They sell everything they have, um, and they just give up. They say that crypto is not for me, it's a scam, or we keeps going down because the reason is that they actually bought in a very high price. So if you don't do that, you won't feel this way. And if you see the fear and greed index, when it comes to extreme fear, every time we reach here, people literally give up on this market. But let me tell you guys something. If you want to have a investor mindset or a trader mindset, both of them, when you come to this market and you want to make um, a living out of it or a fortune out of it, you cannot be here as a tourist. You need to be here for certain years to learn absolutely everything. The same way when you go to university and you learn uh, a career, it's the same. And with businesses too, everybody knows that you should be at least for 5 years in a business so you learn how it is really done. You learn the emotions, you know the times that the market is down, the customers are not coming, or something that you're selling is not actually happening. It's the same, but in an in a little bit extreme way because it's so volatile. It literally plays with the emotions of people. But if you have patience, you will be the one that wins in this market. So can Bitcoin go down even lower than here? Yes, it can. Nobody knows till when, but we find the most probabilities to be ready for any scenario. So still, Bitcoin has lost a lot from its high. So if you see, we are down around 25%. So we can still expect another, like the usual corrections Bitcoin has is like 30%. Not always, but we can assume it is like that because we are reaching a level of demand. So we're gonna come back to this chart. Anyways, let's talk about the USD chart. So today is Sunday, so we cannot actually see anything because the currency markets, forex, and stocks they are closed. So for them, this chart hasn't moved since Friday. But crypto, because it's open every day, we can see changes there. But still, it hasn't moved anywhere. And if on Monday this thing opens and it closes above this, then we can say that this zone has become invalidated and dollar gets strong. But so far, dollar is down and USDT dominance, which is the stable coin of US dollar, this is what we want to dump because this one is not stopping. And as you can see, we had these probabilities like just yesterday. I give you guys the scenario that as long as we are below 6.5% or 6.4%, there's absolutely nothing to worry because after here we had the greatest pumps in Bitcoin or in all the cryptocurrencies, and as you can see, we are reaching back those levels. One was this line that it is currently being broken. We can remove it later once tonight it actually closes above. We can expect on Monday that we might go just a little bit more, and I will come to Bitcoin. What can we expect and how far down it can go? But we had two scenarios. So one was this one. It could still be valid if this candle closes back below this line that I have, which it can. We have 7 hours 20 minutes. Otherwise, we still have this level, which this time when we reach at this line, you can see it will be the third or maybe fourth if we count this one as well. It will be the fourth touch of this downtrend on USDT dominance, which can turn everything around. Everything can pump again very quickly once we hit like this exact box or the circle that I have. Anyways, there will be now two circles. So we are in that territory right now that everything is very much undervalued. Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance has broken this. Bitcoin dominance has broken another trend on daily as well. So it is still in a downtrend. But we are seeing Bitcoin also falling as well as all the other cryptocurrencies are falling. It's not something that we didn't know. We actually knew it, and I have been warning you guys since before October. It was 25th of September that I started warning you because everybody in this market was expecting an October. On October, usually every year, Bitcoin pumps, but this cycle wasn't like the other cycles. We should have had a lot of pumps in other cryptos as well, like the altcoins. We if we could have broken the high, or in Ethereum, if we would have broken above $5,000, we could have expected this pump. But since we already knew a lot of things, we were out at $125,000, $126,000 in Bitcoin, which I'm going to show you in a bit. Now, we expected this. Now it has reached the absolute bottom. I'm telling you, it has reached the absolute bottom with confidence, unless we also lose this level. I'm gonna show you right away. So let's see the total as well. So yesterday I talked about total that it's not reclaimed. We can go further down. We might actually go below this red line that I have and come to this lower level. What does it mean for Bitcoin? We're gonna see that in Bitcoin chart. And total two. It hasn't broken yet, but it might just do it today or tomorrow. Then you will be looking at 1.15 trillion. Otherwise, if it this holds, then Ethereum holds, then it might actually go back up. But Bitcoin, since it has fallen a lot, we should expect more consolidation in Bitcoin, and the money should flow back into altcoins. This is my own theory. At the moment, it can be false because nobody knows the future, but I'm still saying that there will be money rotation coming back to the altcoins since Bitcoin dominance has broken. But Bitcoin needs to hold 90 to $92,000 level, which I'm gonna show you. And yes, so this chart, others, which does not include the top 10 coins, you can see that it's still strong. Like there are some altcoins, like a lot of them, that they have lost so much that they can't go down anymore. That is the reason that I'm expecting a good rally in the market once Bitcoin is done at 92 to $90,000. But if we break, then we can expect this to go even below. But this is least probability at the moment. What we want is this to happen. And inshallah, we will know in the upcoming 2-3 days, inshallah. So coming back to this Bitcoin chart, this is the drawing from yesterday. Why did I made this drawing? First of all, now again, speculators come and speculate and they try to get leverage at 92 to $90,000 Bitcoin. Okay, this is again my theory. It might not just happen, but if they do this, Bitcoin will dump a little bit more. Like first, it could be something like a trap coming to this zone, coming a little bit up, the same way that I have made the drawing, trap them into thinking. Do you guys hear me? Okay. So it will trap them into thinking that we will bounce from here, but it will actually go below. Then it will reclaim this level and we will start moving up. So the reason is that they will again speculate, but the market does not give chance to these leverage traders again and again unless they buy in a place that puts their stop loss very far. So they might actually do that, but there are some people, like few people in the world, that can actually do that, and they have so much patience that they wait for this breakout to happen and they will put their entry here, even on leverage, with very tight stop loss. The reason why I'm saying this is to you that the market does not reward the leverage traders. There are very few people that does, but the reason that we keep buying Bitcoin and altcoins at this point is because it has already bottomed out. These prices that we see, we can either expect it to happen or we cannot expect it because below 100k it is undervalued. Now, the same way that we came to 107,000, the same way that we came to 116,000 and again to 107,000 and we couldn't reclaim it, which I gave you guys these levels, we can again expect for Bitcoin to move toward 100k. If we cannot reclaim it, that will be worse. So for now, it's not. That's why we keep buying. You need to understand this, that below 100k, every price you buy is undervalued for Bitcoin. So um, let's see how this is going to play. But if I am going to completely exit from the market with large amount of money, maybe I will hold some things. I will exit at this point. And here we did exit, but I took some. You can see I still took here. Then our stop loss was hit. Then it fell below. Then I bought at these levels again and again. I haven't marked it, but I did buy Bitcoin at these prices again. So let's see if we're going to actually get a bounce. So that is still my thesis about this, that we should see something like that. The same for Ethereum. This is a level of demand, but in order to manipulate the market the way exchanges and whales do, and that's what I teach you, the whale order flow strategy, you need to take a look at this zone. If I think there are people that have studied like Nassim. So if you see, we have a rally, we have a base here, then we have another rally, which in here we didn't come back to this zone ever. For so long, Ethereum was staying above. The same is for Bitcoin. We haven't come back to this level like forever since it was broken. Let me show you in this chart again because it's a little bit clear. So you can see after we moved away and the breakout was happened, this is the exact level that if you want to buy a large amount of Bitcoin for a long period of time. By the way, if I give you ever a financial advice, because I am so against US dollar, because that is an interest based currency, and Allah has prohibited interest directly. But now scholars are arguing that because we are so Muslim, we cannot do anything against them. They are so powerful. That's why we use their currency. It's upon them that they put this, what is it? This method behind US dollar, that it's an interest based currency. But the fact that we're using and the entire world is using it should tell you how weak Muslims are. Now, when Bitcoin came, without any research and without any uh, proper diligence, they came and said Bitcoin is haram because it's not physical. Now they're saying it's halal after Bitcoin reached to 100K, after it reached to 20, $30,000. Then nowadays they keep coming more and more and more, and they're saying Bitcoin is halal. So if I'm going to give you one financial advice that could save you actually, and it's not my own law that I put, it's what Allah has said. So sell your US dollar, buy Bitcoin. Don't worry about the price because every time, if you have a proper way of doing it, you don't have to bring all your wealth and put it in, I don't know, in the top of the market. Never do that, but keep transferring your wealth in Bitcoin because this is the most ethical currency that there can be. But the concern that people have is that what if they turn off the internet? What if they turn off the electricity? It's actually quite funny. Do you know how much they spent the entire world on digitalization of things every single day, on AI, on robotics, on mobile phones, on computers, on machinery, on factories? They will all be shut down. Nobody will be able to eat anything. So if we come to that point, then you don't need money. Your bank will not work, right? You cannot get out money from the bank. They will all shut down at that point. So it become absolutely useless the way it is. There is no direct concept of money in Islam, that you should go and earn certain way, or you should just work for money. There isn't something like that. Every time that Allah has talked about money, he talked about giving away. You understand me? If you see it from this perspective, yes, we need it for living, but we shouldn't be bound to it. We need it for doing things because obviously we provide service, so service is first. You do service, you serve Allah, you serve the servants of Allah just because you want to obey Allah, not because you want to earn money. But the rizq is with Allah, right? Now you want to find the best currency in the world, because gold is not a currency. It used to be, but you cannot always travel with a lot of gold and your wealth, but you can do with Bitcoin, right? So you what you can do is slowly transfer your wealth into Bitcoin. Now at this point, I can give you a financial advice, which is buy Bitcoin. But how are you gonna do it? How much you're gonna invest? That is not a financial advice because I can't tell you how much you can actually bring and buy Bitcoin. That is entirely up to you. You need to go and study. If you want to be part of our community and the way we teach, there are 4 modules that we currently have available, and you can join from the link below if that's what you want. Otherwise, all these that I'm saying is for you to consider dumping US dollar and all the fiat currency that is based on US dollar, which is the most unethical and the most haram money in the world. That's what I can tell you. So, we are at that point that Bitcoin should be bought. Now, it is entirely up to you how you want to see it. This is what we wanted for a very long time, and all this time I haven't said anything to you like this, but today I am saying. I'll be praying shortly. I will come back in 10 minutes or so. Okay, we might be having, bro, until 10 minutes. So, if you come, then we can have a Q&A session. You can ask me any question as you want. I will try helping you guys as much as I can because this is my mission. I'll help you for free as long as you keep asking me questions. Join our community, it's for free. Join WAP, we have a free course. Ask me questions, I will answer to you. Ask me about money, ask me about finance, ask me about which types of cryptocurrencies are halal, how can you buy it. I will even give you a proper plan, everything for free. If you ask me, if that is your mission, if you want to learn, right? I'm here to help you. So, that being said, let's go to ETH BTC chart. So, ETH BTC chart is still above this mid range that we had, but we might just come and touch this level. What does that mean for Ethereum? Now, Ethereum is also one of the best coins that you can buy, and you can expect the same thing happen in Ethereum, which could lead ETH BTC back to these levels like a dump to that level. And what you can do is you can gather some Ethereum if that's what you want. And this is the second best crypto at the moment. Not as good as Bitcoin, but it is quite useful. Now you need to go and do your research. The reason why I have made this drawing yesterday for you is the same thing, manipulation. They manipulate the market, but you as a smart person, please see it in a different way. When the market comes down, that's where you should buy. Buy the fear. Okay? So the least you could expect that Ethereum to go just a little bit below 2,900 and buy it there. The same method I gave you when Bitcoin fell to 3,900 and it went just a little bit below. So I did give you guys a very good place to buy. You know since when? Since here. At here, what did I say? Go to these videos. I said it will not give anybody chance to buy here. It will go to all-time high, then we will come later. It kept hanging around, then it fell, then I told you to buy. Then it went back. With this clarity, and on October, we had 100% win rate in Ethereum because Ethereum is very good at its levels, and if you do know technical analysis, you will get good. Until recently, we had like 1% loss in Ethereum, which it happens, but before that, we took like around 8% on Ethereum. You see? So 8% win, 1% loss. That's how this market is. But a lot of people cannot do this. You need to shift your mind, then you can. Now, again, I kept buying Solana. I did tell you guys to buy. The reason is the same thing. Solana has come so far down. This is the last price I expected to be. If we break this, then I might just hold, sell all of them, or maybe hold a little bit. But I have traded every single move, if you see it this way. Now that it has come to this point, I have accumulated more here as well. And if it comes here, I will buy there as well. But even me, sometimes I run out of money. That's how much I buy these. But I do go, like, I do run out of money, which it is fine. Then I wait sometimes. If I don't have money, it doesn't have to be like keep buying every time. But I do buy at the levels that I think that I would hold for long term or for short term. Let's see. Still expecting this, so I give you guys a scenario that it could happen, and we saw it happening today. Maybe not this much, but from here to here we did go up. Then now it is falling down as we have expected, which is fine. Now I can remove this line because it has become irrelevant. We don't need to have it anymore. And Solana BTC, Solana Ethereum, not relevant at the moment. Once the market is a little bit stable, then I will tell you guys what to do and how much allocation you should have in Solana or Ethereum. At this point, we are holding a lot of things without any worry. Gold. Gold is still above this level and it has broken. We talked about this. Gold against BTC. It is performing well because BTC is being dumped, not because gold is going up. Gold is also being dumped. And we have until tomorrow that it opens, then we will see what's gonna happen. I still expect this to go down tomorrow once it opens. Otherwise, if this level is reclaimed, it will try coming back to this level that it recently lost. But again, it will dump. If we go above this, then we can expect it to move to all-time high and maybe even break all-time high. That will be the worst case for Bitcoin as well. Then at that point, we might just lose 90,000. So the fact that gold is at this position, it should tell you that fiat money is worthless. And the fact that Bitcoin has reached 100K and we went even up until $126,000, it should tell you that the money is broken and they are desperate. That's why Donald Trump keeps coming and saying, we added tariff, we did this, we did that. Now, that was the end of it at the top because war was stopped, not because the tariff came. That was a destruction. I'm telling you, that was a destruction. They keep putting the tariff, they keep removing it. That was the destruction. Guys, now we are over all of these. We are done with all of them. If you guys have questions, do tell me. Let's just keep these the way it is. I can go through your questions. If you have any altcoins, you can tell me that as well. And I have a lot of Filecoin at this point in LTC, which you see when you get busy with life, you can't see and you can't get out. But I'm still holding. If LTC cannot reclaim this level, then I will sell it back here with 2% loss. Yes, who is talking? AVAX and near, please. Hmm. AVAX and near. Let's go to layer ones. AVAX. AVAX is in such a bad condition. We might actually go to these levels. Are you prepared, bro? Are you holding? What are you seeing? Tell me honestly. What are you seeing? Do you see any hope for AVAX? Not yet. Then that's fantastic. What you can do is, for the long term, if we let me give you a clearer view, okay? This was an old analysis. Let me give you a clean chart. Okay, so come to this chart and see where is a previous level that we have. We have a level of resistance here. Mark this resistance. And we have a level of support here that if you see, we are in this range between 16 to 14. This is also an sale at this moment. If we actually break this level into something like this, then you can expect it to come back to its absolute bottom. Not absolute bottom, like at least this local lower low level, which I don't think it is very um, like it will not break this easily. If it does get broken in the future, then we will analyze, but at this point I don't think this will happen. So where can you trade? If it goes down, let it go, okay? At this point in the market, if it goes down like this, then let it go down, start accumulating between 10 and below until 8.5. You can start accumulating AVAX. Otherwise, you can get a small position at 14.16, then see if it can reclaim $16. So this is a short-term scenario, because if it doesn't, then it will continue going down. But if it does, then you have another scenario that you can buy one at this level. If it breaks above, you can buy again at this level, then let it run until this recent supply level that was broken. Why it is not taking this? So I am giving you a real roadmap, bro. We find probabilities. This is how you can see it. This is how you can trade it right at these points. If it goes down, then accumulate here. What was the other one? Near here. This is how near is going. Let me refresh this as well with it could come to 1.8. It could come to this level that it is trying to hold. Yeah, this range. Need to see this range where it stops buy at those range. You need to see a daily close above this so you can buy. If it breaks, then obviously it will go to this 1.17 and below until 0.9. Yes, that's what I see. But I still don't think it will go to these levels. It's very hard to break this level, but it can. Anything is possible. What else, guys? What else? Mr. Adnan, do you have anything to say? Um, EGLDC 98. What is C98 by the way? Let me check that out. C98. Brother Adnan, this coin is not Sharia compliant. I cannot give you my opinion on this. The staking method mechanism on coin 98 chain does not comply with Sharia rulings. Always come and check it on sharelife.my. They are our partner. We take the halal coins from them and we analyze them and we invest in it. So, yeah, sorry, I cannot give you my opinion on that. But EGLD, I think that one is not Sharia compliant. EGLD. Multiverse X. Let's put it in this list. EGLD USDT. Bro, where do you find this coin? I think I might have done an analysis for you before on this coin. So yeah, it went it went below this bottom. What about this? Which one? Mhm. Bro, it's in the bottom. What should I say? Like it is buy at zero at 7.33. We see it there. It was sell around these levels. Like right at 11.67 it was sell. Nasim, are you back? Ooh. So Tau is back to this level of demand, I believe. 296. It will go below 300. That is insane. That is also one of my biggest long term holding, by the way. Yes, we can. But what is your question? I didn't get it. No, bro, we were doing some analysis for Mujtaba and Adnan. Let me know what is your question. We can go and do a backtesting after this if you have time. We need to talk about some other things too, bro. What's wrong with my light? I forgot to turn it on
Yeah, actually, I had a question.
again. Yes.
Yeah, I had a question in regard of Solana and its drop,
Yeah.
and how does it correlate with other altcoins?
With other altcoins,
Yeah,
how does it correlate? It is
because
a
it's a
big
big drop, right?
Bitcoin. Yes. I I don't know. You weren't there last night, right?
When? What do you mean? On the
You
call?
weren't in the analysis last night.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't available.
So I said we might actually test 147, then go to these levels, and it was the same, bro. It's all the same. Like we
Yeah.
have expected Bitcoin, so Bitcoin closing tonight on this level is buy, bro. This is buy. Ethereum below 3,000 is buy. All of these are buy. So what I expect is I told you in 2009 50, 2008 76. Not exactly those prices because it doesn't always give you an exact price. So just remember those numbers that I give you. So if you see it closer to those, you can actually
Hmm.
use the dollar cost averaging method. I just keep buying, bro. I today even sold Dogecoin. By the way, guys, the reason you don't see Dogecoin on the right side in the majors is because I removed it because there is too many doubts from too many sources in crypto that this isn't a speculative asset and we need to avoid it. Secondly, from my perspective and through fundamental analysis, I see it as every year it increases 5 billion in supply, which is huge. And the fact that we haven't seen Dogecoin run toward all-time high was also this. And because in the past 3 4 years, since its previous all-time high, it has added another 20 billion. We can come and check it here in Coin Market Cap. I hope I'm not wrong, but this is what I remember since very long time. Yes, it's now the circulating supply is at 151 billion. At the time that I remembered, it was at 125 then 130 billion. Now you see, it keeps increasing, so it keeps becoming like US dollar. So, and it's also based on meme coin. That's why we have removed it completely. Previously, there are still some scholars and some advisors of Islamic finance that they say it's halal, but because too many of them put it in a gray area, not a Sharia, they don't say it's not Sharia compliant. They say it's in gray area. So I want to avoid gray area. And it doesn't have a limited supply, and it doesn't decrease in supply too, like Ethereum is. So forget about it. We removed it. Now, Nasim, yeah, bro. Sorry, I had to interrupt you.
Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, I did miss the call yesterday, so I'm not really sure. Solana seems to continue dropping. It might hit the demand level between 132 and 125. If it should do that, uh, I was thinking of converting my other altcoins all into Solana.
What else do you have?
Well, I have ICP
Yeah.
and Phil.
Okay, depends, bro, on your strategy of how you see the market. If you want to do it and if you have bought those for long term, because a lot, I have also ICP. I took them for long term, like at least around 14 to 6 to $20. I will sell it around those prices. But depending on your strategy and what you want from it, you can convert it because a bounce from Solana can cover back your losses. But will they bounce quickly? Will they not bounce? That is a complete different view. So it has also reached this new demand level. So we had this entire area that previously it should have held. to from six. Actually, it was from even here, this entire area, from $7 to $6, like this entire zone. You see, it was for buying. Now we have gone below it. It it confirms me even for the long term. If it cannot go back above this level, then I can get out. But if it does, I can keep it because after that it will do something like this, right? Otherwise, if it comes here and it cannot reclaim, then this will be the next move. That's where I will exit. It will be a move like this. You see,
Yeah.
this move can happen. Or you can see the same move here, dumped, or it came higher to this level, then it dumped. So we don't know. The thing is, it's fundamentally a good coin, but not too much. Like it is, you should always see the amount that I share in the portfolio, how much in percentage it is in your portfolio. I'm gonna tell you mine.
Uh, not that much. I'll tell you right now. It's about
Mine
10%.
mine is 18% of the third portfolio that I have, and this entire portfolio is
Losing.
10% of my entire capital. So from that 10%, if I have 18%, it's like 1.8% of my capital in ICPUC. So from three portfolios combined, it is 1.8% of my capital.
Right.
Yeah, and for Filecoin, how much is this one? This one is this one is 11.19% of my capital and the second portfolio that we have, which is the majority of the money that I have, which
Hmm.
this is 60% of my second portfolio. So 60% of that, if I have 11%, it's like how much? Like shouldn't say from 100%, it's 11%. From 60%, it should be around like 6% or 7%, 6.5 something. Anyway, I don't know. I just did it. Anyways. So yeah, these are the ones that I'm in loss as well. Even in Tau, bro, I am. I'm not saying that I'm not. I am in loss even in Tau because I kept okay, but I did sell here too. I took profit here. But then again, I bought. Even until here, I bought. But then again, I ran out of money. There should be more money so I can buy, but I have to spend as well, right? So I
Yeah.
can put everything, but it's fine. I think this is also the depth for Tau. It's one of the like this is also one of my biggest holdings. I have it in two portfolios. In one, I have allocated 13.47%, and the other one I have allocated 22% of it. So it's quite a lot, and it has lost also quite a lot. Yes, altcoins do suffer, but if you need to be in the right one so it doesn't go completely destroyed. Like if you see this altcoin, it just dropped 14% today, but I don't have it.
Really?
Sorry?
Right. Yeah, no, I was just saying, is it gradient? Yeah.
Yeah, Gradient. It's the I think it's a marketplace for buying crypto. Gradient. Price impact free trades on any coin at any time. Yeah, bro. You can buy coins, but it will not give you a price impact. Price impact is when you uh, buy, because the newer coins, they what is the word in English? It fluctuates so much, and they put a, what is it? There's a fee for that, which is called price impact. So they, I don't know how they do it, but you don't have a price impact, or it buys you it at the right time or something. So need to take a look at this one. I still have it on my chart. I used to have it around these prices, but then I saw not good of a, what is it, market structure I got out of it, and it's down since here. It's down 78%. So that's how we can avoid. Yes, these coins should be avoided. But the one that I have is still a lot, and I have traded a lot, is Paul. Still the biggest, like the number one in my high risk tokens. It seems like it's down, but because I have taken profit, I have kept the remaining. And I even did a little bit of trading here. I bought here, I sold, then I bought a very little amount, then it broke here. Now it's going down and I haven't bought yet. So I'm just gonna wait, maybe it will give me the absolute depth. But they have a proper working project and it's halal and it's fundamentally good as well, so the future could be there for it. Anyways, more questions? Otherwise, we can just go and quit this session.
From me, I don't have any other questions. I'll see. We'll see if Solana hits the demand level.
Okay, bro, are you free so we can talk a little bit, like 10 minutes or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cut this one and I'm gonna send you another link.
All
Let's
right.
yeah. Okay, guys. So if you join today's analysis, be sure to press the like button so it can reach to our other Muslim brothers and sisters so they all can benefit from our technical and in-depth analysis. In-depth analysis. Is it how you say? Anyway. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye bye.